EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Allen going to throw to get things going. He'll get this out wide. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. He gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
14 yards on that pass play there. It's good for a Niners first down.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
To the left side, in the hands of Hill. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. They'll put Ayuk in motion. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
He'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll put Ayuk in motion. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up. And now putting the tight end in motion. Allen on third down. He's got his man. It's Hill. And the Niners are going to be set up with a first and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd and goal, here's Allen. To the goal line and in. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, San Francisco. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. First carry for Saquon Barkley. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play. Third and a yard. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Niners offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun, it's Allen. To the outside, it's looked in by Chase. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And the Eagles are going to get the football at their own 23. On 1st and 10, Jackson. There's Jefferson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, Jackson. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Open man downfield is Smith. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Second down and 3. To the air one more time with Jackson. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Jackson up top again. A short throw taken in by Goddard. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Again, it's Jackson. A pass caught by Saquon. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This from 30 yards out. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are on the board just before halftime. So we've reached the intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Man in motion is Smith. A first down throw for Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
That'll be taken in by Barkley. To the ground after the penalty, and he nearly got free, but as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Now Jackson, he's got his man. It's Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
You let this go. deep for Jefferson.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
He's got this one complete to Goddard. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
In the pistol, Jackson ready. Good blocking, and he's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Samuel going to see what he can do. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They bring Chase in motion. Throwing now. Allen here on 1st down. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Now it's McCaffrey. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Hill brought in motion. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Second and 7. Here's Allen. They're trying to set up the screen to Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Here in the 4th quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. They'll throw on first down with Allen.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Right back to the fullback. Powering forward. He's in. Kyle Juszczyk. Touchdown, 49ers. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The shotgun, here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll drop to throw. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's caught left side by Goddard. It is 2nd down and 5. Off the play fake. Jackson. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Charvarius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
Here's 1st down. Jackson now. Now a screen set up for Barkley.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They face second down and 7. To the air one more time with Jackson. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Here is 1st and goal. Jackson up top again. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Just an absolute clinic of putting together a drive, Mike, when you need it the most. And their ability to move the ball down the field, it worked the clock perfectly. They come away with that late touchdown, and more than likely, barring something crazy, a victory as well.
49ers 14.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Allen. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Play action, here's Jackson. Caught by A.J. Brown. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Lamar off the play fake. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Lamar throwing again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's going to be a punt of 46 yards. And the Ravens will go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On first down, Allen. This one's taken in by Hill. Running down the left side. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll motion Smith left. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Nick Bosa makes the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10 now. This one finds Goddard. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Jackson now on 3rd. Forced out to his right. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Braden Mann out once more for another punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. It's taken in by Lamb. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And that's good for a gain of 5. Darius Slay with the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Andrews with the catch. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Motioning Chase left. Allen now on 1st down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Eagles take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
1st down, here's Lamar. Taking a deep shot here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Barkley's got it. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. That's a short gain of 1. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Flushed it, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
That's into the hands of Barkley. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Justin Matabike making that stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Ravens. Ball at the 33 for first down. Running back sent in motion. Throwing now on first down. Allen got his target. It's Hill. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Fred Warner. The Ravens taking over now on offense. Minimal time remaining in the half. They still have access to a pair of timeouts and a little time left, too, so points very much still in play here before the half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Man in motion here. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Again, Allen to the air. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw again, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. No return on that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He's got Andrews. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They'll motion Lamb right. From the 37. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down throw for Allen. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Justin Simmons. And the Eagles see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. On first down, Jackson. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. That's Smith on the slant. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. Now here's Lamar. This finds Smith. This is ahead for about 5. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Lamar throwing again. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. And again, it's Jackson. Bails out. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
2nd and 3 now. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Second and 3 now. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one taken in by Chase. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the gun, Henry. And he finds him enough room to get it up to the 42-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 42. That's Hill on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And a fair catch made here at the 17. So no return on that punt. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll look to throw it. He's got Smith. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing.
Now hang on. They want to take another look at this play. And a very important call coming up late in this game. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They've got a man in motion. Setting up to pass. He's on the move. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Looking for the back that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. This is Henry on 2nd. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. He'll throw it. That's caught for the 1st. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Eagles nothing.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. First and 10 now from the 30. Lamar off to play fake. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Ravens are going to take over after the interception. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.